Who's My Soulmate? The show where we pretend to have all the answers about love, while secretly wondering if our own soulmate is that person we briefly made eye contact with at the grocery store 10 years ago. Don't worry, we've all been there. In this episode, we're serving up a piping hot plate of relationship advice, sprinkled with a generous helping of humor because let's be honest, love can be messy, confusing, and sometimes downright hilarious. Now let's dive into the oh-so-precise science of finding your perfect match. Grab your notepads, folks, or just use the back of that pizza receipt from last night. We won't judge. So, you're looking for your soulmate, huh? You know, that one person who completes you like peanut butter completes jelly, or like a left shoe completes, well, another left shoe, but you get the point. But where did this whole soulmate thing even come from? Turns out, people have been pondering this for centuries. The ancient Greeks, those toga-wearing philosophers, had a theory. They believed that humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and 2 faces. Talk about a 2-for-1 deal. According to Plato, the OG matchmaker, these early humans were so powerful, so fabulous, that the gods got jealous and split them in half. Since then, we've been wandering the earth, searching for our other half. Imagine the first date. So tell me about yourself. Do you come from a long line of 2-headed beings? It's a lot of pressure. And don't even get me started on finding pants to fit those extra legs. Talk about a tailor's nightmare. But hey, maybe Plato was onto something. Maybe our soulmates are out there, rocking those extra limbs like it's nobody's business. Or maybe, just maybe, the real soulmate was the friend we made along the way. Okay, I'm getting philosophical now. The point is, the idea of soulmates is ancient, romantic, and a little bit ridiculous. But that's love for you. A beautiful, messy tapestry woven together with laughter, tears, and the occasional existential crisis.
Okay, lovebirds, let's talk about the stars. And no, I don't mean spotting celebrities in your local coffee shop. I'm talking about astrology, the cosmic roadmap to your love life. Now, before you roll your eyes, hear me out. Astrology can be fun. It's like reading your daily horoscope, except instead of vague predictions about your lucky numbers, we're diving deep into the celestial dance of your love life. First things first, you need to know your star signs. Are you a fiery Aries or a grounded Taurus, a dreamy Pisces or a practical Virgo? Once you've got that figured out, it's time to compare charts with your potential soulmate. But wait, there's more. We're not just talking sun signs, people. We need to delve into the depths of your moon signs, those emotional powerhouses, and your rising signs, the masks you wear to the world. And don't even get me started on Mars, the planet of passion and, well, you know, apparently where Mars falls in your chart can reveal a lot about your love language. Who knew the red planet was such a romantic? Now, I'm not saying you should ditch someone just because their Mercury is in retrograde, but it's always good to be prepared, right? Besides, it's a great conversation starter on a first date. So, what's your moon sign? I'm a Scorpio moon. Intense, I know. Just remember, folks, while astrology can be a fun tool for self-discovery, it's important to take it with a grain of salt.
All right, lovebirds, put down your telescopes and grab your remotes, because it's time to talk about a crucial aspect of any successful relationship: Netflix compatibility. Arguing over what to watch can be a bigger relationship killer than forgetting your anniversary. Who hasn't been sucked into the dreaded, I don't know, what do you want to watch, loop of doom? Establish a shared taste in genres. Are you a true crime fanatic while your partner prefers rom-coms? And speaking of documentaries, let's address binge-watching habits. Do you prefer to savor each episode, or are you an all-night marathon champion? Communication is key, people. You might just discover your next favorite show through your partner's recommendations. Netflix compatibility isn't just about finding someone who shares your taste in movies and TV shows.
All right, lovebirds, let's talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart: food. Because let's be real, finding someone who shares your culinary passions is like finding a unicorn riding a wave of perfectly cooked pasta. First and foremost, you need to assess your partner's ability to tolerate your food quirks. Are they cool with you ordering pizza at 2 a.m.? Can they handle your experimental cooking phases? And most importantly, will they judge you for licking the plate clean? Next up, we need to talk about spice tolerance. Are you a fiery chili pepper enthusiast? Or do you prefer your food mild and gentle? This is crucial information, folks. You don't want to end up sweating and gasping for air on a first date. And then there's the age-old question, vegetarian or carnivore? Now, I'm not saying you can't make it work if you have different dietary preferences, but it definitely helps if you can agree on what to order without resorting to separate menus. But the ultimate test of food compatibility, the last bite sacrifice. You know what I'm talking about. That moment when you're both eyeing the last slice of pizza, the final cookie, the lone dumpling. Do they offer it to you with a smile, or do they inhale it before you can even blink? This, my friends, is a true test of character. Remember, love isn't always about grand gestures and romantic dinners.
Okay, let's be honest. We've all done it. Scrolling through someone's Instagram feed after a first date, trying to piece together their life story like a detective solving a case. It's practically a rite of passage in the digital age. But hey, call it what you will. There's no denying that social media can be a valuable tool in the quest for love. It's like a window into someone's soul, or at least their carefully curated online persona. First things first, check their Instagram aesthetic. Are they all about those perfectly filtered sunset pics and avocado toast flat lays? Or are they more of a candid, behind-the-scenes kind of person? It's all about finding someone whose feed sparks joy, or at least mild amusement. Next up, we have Facebook. Now, I'm not suggesting you go full-on stalker mode and start digging up their high school prom photos, but a little light browsing never hurt anyone. Do they post passive-aggressive rants and share those annoying chain messages? Or are they more of a witty observer, sharing articles about things that actually matter? You can learn a lot about a person by their Facebook feed. And then there's Twitter, the land of 280-character hot takes and witty banter. Are they a social media butterfly, tweeting up a storm? Or do they prefer to lurk in the shadows, observing the chaos from a safe distance?
All right, lovebirds, it's time to get real. We've talked about the fun stuff, star signs, Netflix binges, and social media stalking, but now we need to address the elephant in the room, pet peeves. Because let's face it, even the most perfect-seeming partners have their quirks, those little habits that drive you absolutely bonkers. To help you navigate this treacherous terrain, I've developed a highly scientific and totally foolproof system, the Soulmate Annoyance Scale. On the lower end of the scale, we have the mild irritations. Things like leaving the toothpaste cap off, chewing with their mouth open, or constantly forgetting to refill the ice tray. These are forgivable offenses, folks. Moving up the scale, we have the moderately annoying habits, like singing along to songs they don't know the words to, leaving dirty dishes in the sink, or constantly interrupting you during your favorite TV show. Now we're getting into the danger zone. This is where those deeply ingrained habits reside, the ones that make you question your sanity and your relationship. We're talking about chronic lateness, excessive snoring, and the dreaded phone addiction. And finally, we reach the top of the scale, the nuclear meltdown level. These are the pet peeves that can make or break a relationship. Things like borrowing your clothes without asking, forgetting your birthday, or worse, talking during your favorite movie. All right, lovebirds, it's time to fire up your imaginations and hop into our hypothetical time machine. Because today we're exploring the ultimate relationship test, the what-if scenarios. First up, we have the Groundhog Day test. Imagine reliving the same day with your partner over and over again. Would you still find them charming and delightful? Or would their quirks drive you to the brink of insanity? Next, we're jumping into the DeLorean for the Back to the Future challenge. If you could go back in time and meet your partner at a different stage in their life, would you still fall for them? Would you be able to handle their awkward teenage phase or their rebellious college years? And finally, we're traveling through time and space with the Doctor Who dilemma. Imagine your partner being whisked away on a series of intergalactic adventures. Would you be supportive of their cosmic explorations, or would you be left feeling neglected and earthbound? Now I know what you're thinking. These scenarios are completely ridiculous. And you're right, they are. But that's the point. The time machine question isn't about finding realistic answers. It's about sparking conversations, exploring your deepest desires, and discovering what truly matters to you in a relationship. It's about looking beyond the day-to-day grind and remembering why you fell in love in the first place. Remember, folks, finding your soulmate isn't about perfection. It's about finding someone who's weird matches your weird. Someone who will laugh at your dad jokes, pretend to be interested in your stamp collection, and still love you even when you're hangry. So get out there and find that special someone who completes your Netflix queue and doesn't mind your off-key singing in the shower. Your soulmate is waiting, probably stuck in traffic, or binge-watching that show you recommended 3 months ago. And if all else fails, just remember, being single means you get to starfish in bed and never have to share your snacks. Who's the real winner here?